Do you want to know the whole truth about how one small, seemingly harmless pill, which is in every home, in the medicine cabinet, can become a real killer, a destroyer of lives, of an organ that silently and without complaint does its job day after day, until one moment it can no longer cope with the load? Then listen carefully, because this story could save your life. Since very few people think about how important our liver is, how many processes in the body depend on it. We are used to considering the heart as the main organ because it beats, its rhythm can be heard, can be felt. We are used to considering the brain as the center of our existence because it controls thoughts, movements. But what if I tell you that without the liver, you won't survive even a week? That it is precisely the liver, the very organ that cleanses the blood, processes everything that enters the body, everything you eat, drink, inhale, all the medications you take, all pass through it. And if the load becomes too great, if at some point the balance is disrupted, the process of destruction begins. And it's not pain. No, you won't feel your liver dying. It does not send distress signals, does not warn you. It just one day stops working, and then your chances of survival become almost non-existent. And the scariest part is that most often this does not happen because of alcohol, not because of unhealthy food, but because of the pills we take, believing they are safe. And among them, there is one that destroys the liver faster than anything else. But no one talks about it because it is sold over the counter. It is advertised as the best remedy for pain, for fever. It is even given to children. But you must know the truth because I learned it too late. I also believed that this pill was harmless. I took it when I had a headache, when my temperature rose, when I just needed to keep working despite feeling unwell. I did not think about what was happening inside me. I just took the pill and kept going, until one day my body said stop. At first, there were minor symptoms that are easy to mistake for ordinary fatigue. Weakness, slight dizziness, nausea. But I didn't pay attention to it. I blamed everything on stress, lack of sleep, thought I was just overworked. Because who doesn't have those days when you just want to lie down and sleep for an entire day? But then other signs appeared that could no longer be ignored. My skin turned yellowish. The whites of my eyes darkened. I began to feel a strange heaviness in my right side. But even then, I did not realize how serious everything was. It never crossed my mind that the reason was that very pill I had been taking almost every day. Then the moment came when I simply could not get out of bed. Weakness overwhelmed me like a wave. My heart was pounding, my vision darkened. I realized that if I didn't do something right now, it might be too late. And I went to the doctor, had tests done, and when the doctor saw the results, his face changed. He asked me what medications I was taking.
And when I answered, nothing special, just regular painkillers, he immediately understood what was happening. "You have paracetamol poisoning," he said. And those words sounded like a sentence to me because I had no idea that regular paracetamol could be so dangerous. But it turned out that it destroys the liver faster than alcohol and junk food. And the scariest part is that an overdose happens unnoticed. Just a few extra tablets and that's it. Your liver can no longer cope. Liver failure develops rapidly. Cells die. And if you do not seek help in time, the consequences can be fatal. They admitted me to the hospital, gave me antidotes that could stop the liver destruction, but the chances of full recovery were low. The doctor said that if I had come in later, nothing would have helped me, and I lay in the hospital ward thinking about how easily people destroy their health without even realizing it. How many others like me are taking paracetamol, not knowing that they are slowly killing their liver? How many people combine it with other drugs, not realizing that this increases the toxic load many times over? How many mothers give it to their children believing they are doing the right thing, but in reality endangering their lives? And I realized that I had to tell people about this because people must know the truth. They must understand that medicine is not candy, that every pill is a burden on the liver. And if you exceed the dose, the consequences can be terrifying. If you are reading this, please remember one rule. Never take paracetamol unnecessarily. Do not exceed the dose. Do not combine it with other medications without consulting a doctor. Your liver is not eternal, and if you lose it, you will never get it back. I managed to survive, but now I will have to protect my liver for the rest of my life, restore it, avoid many familiar foods, give up certain medications because a damaged liver no longer functions as it once did. And I want you not to repeat my mistakes. Because believe me, treating the liver is hell. It is months of restrictions. It is fear that at any moment an irreversible process may begin. It is the realization that you trapped yourself in this situation because you didn't know, because you didn't think, and now it is too late to change anything. But for you, it is not too late. You can make a choice right now. You can refuse unnecessary pills. You can rethink your attitude toward medication. You can consider whether it is worth taking a drug that can destroy you. Remember, your life is not an advertisement where smiling people take a pill and instantly feel happy. In reality, every drug carries a risk, and if you are not careful, one day you may pay too high a price for your carelessness.